Hello everyone, this is Josh Vision, and I'm here in my Last Kingdom Season 1 finale review. So, in this episode, we have Alfred's men, basically the majority of Wessex, well not Wessex, but of England. A large force of those given the call by Alfred's monks. I believe Hilda was actually one of the three riders that actually went throughout the numerous places of England for the call, Alfred's call to arms against the Danes. They all meet Alfred, Uhtred, Ethelwald, Isolde, and Leofric and Beocca over at Egbert Stone, which is a very historical landmark, I believe, in English history. So, besides that, we also have Oda the Younger. Like I mentioned before in the previous review, he has made an alliance with the Danes, especially with Scopa. So his loyalties to Alfred is basically destroyed at this moment. Now, I'm trying to remember if his father was aware of this, that he actually aligned himself with the Danes, and he thought it was all right because he thought Alfred was dead, or he didn't take it seriously. I'm trying to remember, like, a lot of things happen in this episode, but yeah. So what happens also in the episode, we have Uhtred, Leofric, Beocca, and Alfred make their way towards Oda's estate because they're going to need his army. And his army, I believe, or at least his estate, is like one of the largest, in the country. So having his army is a big upgrade. So we have Oda the Younger basically tell Uhtred that he gave up on Alfred, he's done with Alfred, and that he made an alliance with the Danes, and basically screw off, F off. He doesn't want anything to do with Alfred, and that he wants any man in here, like in the vicinity, to kill Uhtred. Now keep in mind, Uhtred and Leofric told Alfred to stay because they were expendable compared to Alfred. And Beocca also told the same thing to Alfred. But Alfred's like, listen, I want to see this, I'm a king, I want to see my own eyes what Oda's, where his loyalties lie in this time of, test, this testing time, So he goes to see with his own eyes that Oda's basically a snake, like he's always been, a traitor and a liar. So Alfred, once he witnesses this, he confronts Oda, and his father kills him actually, kills Oda the Younger for basically committing treason. So Alfred is basically asked, in a way, also kind of commanded in a way by the elder Oda, the one that's left, to forgive his son's sins, his treason, But Alfred's like, no, I'm not gonna forgive. I won't forget and I won't forgive. I'm your king. Give me your army, okay? By like sunset. So Oda tearfully agrees. So another thing that should be mentioned is that one of the other people, Wolfer, I believe, I forgot his name, but he's another one of Alfred's close confidants and soldiers who also betrayed him and joined with Ragnar the Younger, Brida, and Guthrum, and the rest of the Danes. So we have this huge battle that's about to happen. Before this battle, we have Uhtred finding out that his son actually died. When he actually goes back to his old home, he sees the grave there. You see this really tense and emotional scene he's having when he's crying, and Beocca and Alfred and everybody just speechless, and you can tell they're visibly hurt, like Uhtred. And Isolde's trying to console him. So after that, we have Isolde revealing to Uhtred that she's tired of having these gifts of the future, and that she's ready to lose it, and basically her and Uhtred get it on. So after they get it on, she reveals to Uhtred what was said to her in her ear by Scopa, and that was that his sister, well, adopted sister, and Ragnar's biological sister, Ragnar the Younger, their sister Thora, that she is still alive, but she's with Kiartan and his son, basically as her slave. So yeah, so that was kind of some good news, for Uhtred. So basically, after that, we have Alfred being asked by Uhtred what he should do. So the last couple episodes, we've been seeing Alfred asking Uhtred what to do, which is saying a lot about Uhtred's talent. That Alfred, who's basically like a one-man wrecking show and very intelligent, he's actually asking for Uhtred's help in this. And Uhtred said, listen, you can't be all like preachy and churchy when it comes to this battle. This is all or nothing. We are men. We are not perfect. We love gold. We love silver. We're kind of greedy. And we're also bloodthirsty. And this is the time to be bloodthirsty. This is war. So your speech got to be about that. It can't be about forgiveness. It's about kill as many as you can and get them out of here. And that was basically what Alfred's speech was about. It was a really powerful speech. It got the point home and it motivated everybody. And even the Danes were kind of impressed by it. So the shield wall battle was really interesting. It was like really like amazing watching it. Like, and the choreography was awesome. I believe Leofric actually dies during the shield wall. He gets like a spear through his neck, and he kind of laughs as he dies, like, you know, as ever is defiant, you know, and the warrior that he is. So we see Uhtred and Ethelwald actually in the front of the line. And Ethelwald's kind of terrified. Uhtred makes a joke, hey, you always want to be in the front of the line. Here's your chance to prove yourself. And Ethelwald, you know, and Uhtred do a pretty damn good job. So we see Scopa observing this on his horse. He decides, along with a few of his soldiers, sorry about that, you know, to go to, you know, the camp where some of the, you know, Saxon civilians are at. So we see him like have his sword pointed at Isolde. So he comes back and he has a head, the decapitated head of Isolde basically in his hand, and he's bragging about this to Uhtred, and this makes Uhtred lose his mind. He says, F this shield wall. He's able to go into enemy territory, kill off at least several other Danes, and with the help of Beocca throws him his spear, allowing Uhtred to throw his spear straight through Scopa's heart and finishing him off, avenging Isolde. And that allows the Saxon army to actually get an advantage, and they basically go to town and start killing as many Danes as possible. But also, we start to see Brida's skills in battle, and she's a beast, and so is young Ragnarsson. Young Ragnar. But eventually, he's basically at one of the soldiers' mercy, and Uhtred spares him, basically. He saves him from dying, and then you see Uhtred pick him up, and we see Brida observe this. And we see King Alfred triumphantly, you know, he's surrounded by at least 12 of his soldiers, basically saying, kill them all! Kill them all! Victory is ours, you know, like really triumphant. So after that, we see Uhtred, you know, despite being on the victorious side, he's broken. He's given everything. That's something that Beocca praises him for, and also, you know, is really shares his sympathy with, because Uhtred really has given everything to England. And I think that's one of the recurring themes so far, you know, in the season, actually, is that Alfred wanted Uhtred to prove his loyalty by basically giving up everything, or the willingness to do it for the sake of England, you know, to prove his loyalty. And like Uhtred's done that. Like, he lost Mildred, like his lover Isolde, like she got decapitated. He lost his son, like he lost everything, you know, for Alfred and the cause, basically. And I believe Isolde's body was actually given her body was cremated, and after that we see Guthrum is actually converted into Christianity. I believe he becomes a Christian king of East Anglia, if I remember correctly. And we see that Brida and Ragnar the Young are basically imprisoned, but we see that Ragnar and Uhtred are still blood and family. They still have the connection, you know. With, you know, how they always put their heads together like as a brotherly bond, you know. I really like that. And we basically end the season with, I believe, Alfred being crowned again. No, not him being crowned. With basically with Uhtred, Hilda, you know, the nun whom Isolde and Uhtred and Leofric saved last episode, and Helgig, I believe, one of the guys who was supposed to be one of the guys they met on the way to Older the Younger's and Older the Elder's estate, who turned to be a really good warrior and someone that they really did need, you know, for that big battle against the Danes. So yeah, I believe that I covered everything in the episode that was actually of great importance. So if I missed anything, please write some comments down below in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching my review. I give this episode like a 10 out of 10, the best episode, or at least the top 3, at least in the top 3, you know, episodes of this season. And yeah, I'll have season 2 episodes for you guys later. Adios.